Deep in the heart of Central America, the jungle hides a secret. Cities swallowed by vines, temples reaching for forgotten gods, and stones whispering of a civilization that once rivaled the greatest empires on Earth. This was no myth. This was the world of the Maya, astronomers, engineers, artists, and warriors who built a cosmic empire of stone and blood, and then mysteriously vanished. Beat of silence, thunder in distance. How does a civilization that mastered mathematics, architecture, and time itself simply disappear? Let's step back nearly 3,000 years into the misty lowlands of what's now Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, and Honduras, where the story of the Maya begins. Long before the Roman legions marched or the Egyptian pyramids fell to dust, small farming villages thrived in Mesoamerica. Around 1000 BCE, the Maya began cultivating corn, beans, and squash, the three sisters that would feed their world. These weren't just farmers, they were dreamers. They carved their first temples from limestone hills, built small ceremonial centers, and began to record their world in glyphs, one of the most sophisticated writing systems ever devised in the ancient world. By 400 BCE, villages became cities, and not just cities, cosmic engines. They aligned their pyramids to the stars. Every structure, every ritual was part of a grand celestial clock. To the Maya, the universe was alive, pulsing with time, cycles, and gods who demanded balance. Then came the Classic period, between 250 and 900 CE, the age of the Maya's greatest triumphs. Cities like Tikal, Copan, Palenque, and Calakmul rose from the jungle like carved mountains. Stone pyramids towered over plazas where kings in feathered headdresses performed rituals before thousands. Their astronomers tracked Venus with pinpoint accuracy, so precisely that their calendar was more accurate than the one used in Europe until the 1500s. They built observatories without metal tools or beasts of burden, raised immense cities without the wheel, and recorded dynasties stretching back centuries in carved hieroglyphs. But beneath the beauty of this civilization lay something darker. The Maya world was not a single empire, it was a network of city-states, each ruled by a powerful Ajah, or king. And these kings were locked in endless cycles of rivalry, alliance, and war. When diplomacy failed, the jungle ran red. Captives were taken not just for ransom, but for sacrifice. Blood, the Maya believed, fed the gods and kept the universe in motion. Imagine the scene. Drums pounding, priests climbing the temple steps, obsidian blades flashing in the sun as smoke from burning copal incense rose to the heavens. To the Maya, this was not cruelty. It was cosmic duty. But wars grew fiercer. Rivalry turned to obsession. Inscriptions record entire cities wiped out, monuments smashed, kings captured, and dynasties erased from history. Even the gods, it seemed, began to turn away. By the 9th century, something strange began to happen. The once great cities of the southern lowlands, Tikal, Copan, Caracol, started to empty. No foreign invaders came, no great battle brought them down. They simply stopped building. Temples unfinished, thrones abandoned, glyphs carved one last time, and then silence. For centuries, the mystery of this Maya collapse puzzled historians. What could destroy a civilization that had thrived for 2,000 years? The answer, it seems, lies in a deadly mix. Overpopulation, warfare, drought. The Maya had cut down much of their forests for farming and plaster. As the population exploded, resources dwindled. Prolonged droughts, revealed through lake sediments and stalactites, struck again and again. And as crops failed, wars erupted over food and water. The gods had demanded balance, but the Maya world had lost it. By 950 CE, the once mighty cities of the southern jungles were silent ruins swallowed by vines. Yet the Maya did not vanish. Far to the north, new cities rose. Chichen Itza, Uxmal, Mayapan, symbols of resilience and rebirth. For another 600 years, Maya culture adapted and survived. When the Spanish arrived in the 1500s, they did not find a lost people. They found millions of Maya still living across the Yucatan, speaking their language, following their traditions. Even today, more than 6 million Maya descendants live in Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, and Honduras. They carry the memory of their ancestors, the astronomers who mapped the heavens, the builders who raised temples to time itself. In the end, the story of the Maya is not one of disappearance, but transformation. They remind us that civilizations rise and fall, not in an instant, but in rhythms, like the stars they once worshipped. Their monuments still pierce the jungle canopy, their glyphs still whisper from crumbling stone. And every time the sun rises over the temples of Tikal or Chichen Itza, it shines upon a people who never truly fell. Sound of wind through the jungle, faint echo of drums fading into silence. Narrator, softly. The Maya may have written their history in stone, but their spirit endures in time.